Hey, what's going on, YouTube? It's HeadbandHeresy, and we're going to be playing some Pokemon today. I thought we would do some Radical Red Nuzlocke. If you like what you see here, please make sure to leave a comment, like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you want to see more of me and my wonderful headband collection, you can join me on my Twitch stream. Details are showing up right now for you, and that's twitch.tv/headbandheresy. So let's get into it. So Radical Red is an extremely difficult ROM hack, right? So we're going to try and Nuzlocke this. So what's a Nuzlocke? I hear some of you asking, right? I don't hear any of you asking. This is YouTube. But just in case you're not up to date on what a Nuzlocke is, that means that when we encounter our first Pokemon per route, that is the only Pokemon that we can get that route, unless it is a duplicate. If it's a duplicate, we get to try and re-encounter. If we faint that encounter, or we run away from it, or it runs away from us, or anything like that, we do not get an encounter on that route. Additionally, any Pokemon that faints is considered dead and no longer usable, will be put into the box or released, etc., etc. The only kind of exception that I make to these rules is when it comes to encountering. If we find a shiny, we can always catch a shiny, and if we catch a shiny, we can always use a shiny. But we will not be specifically looking for shinies because that would kind of defeat the point. But if we get lucky enough to find one, we're not just going to pass it up. Now, in addition to that, we must nickname all of our Pokemon, and kind of that helps to develop kind of a bond with it. Now, if you're not familiar with Radical Red, this is a very, very tough ROM hack. We are going to be using some guides here to help us get through the game and make sure that we have all of the tools necessary to move as far as we can. This is going to take multiple attempts. So this, as you can see above me, is run number 1. We have not had any deaths yet, and our level cap is currently 15. So you are more or less hard capped to certain level caps as you go through the game. So until you beat Brock, that is the level cap. You can go a little bit over it. It's very hard to go over it. You can go a little bit over it. Once you get to about 17, 18, your Pokemon stop listening to you. So we want to keep things around 15. So we're going to name ourselves H-A-Y-C-H. That's what I go by when I can't fit HeadbandHeresy as a player name. So H will do. We'll go ahead and hit OK. And our name is H. Yes, it is. Okay. And what is the rival's name? Now, I think one of the big things with rivals is this is a place where we can give a shout out to somebody, right? This is a place where we can really have an opportunity to have a reoccurring character with a name. So I'm going to go and we're going to call our rival Mark after one of our first gift subbers for Twitch, which was Oheyo Mark. So we'll go with Mark. That is our rival. Now, again, this is an extremely, extremely tough ROM hack. I'm going to say that a lot, and you're going to see what I mean by being very tough. The short version is you can't out-level anything, and in addition to that, all of the trainers have effectively competitive Pokemon, especially once you get to a certain level. I'm just going to do a quick thing and get our fast forward going here. We're only going to go to 2x, but I do like having a fast forward on any of the Gen 1 games just because they are so slow. And that's why we're doing some custom music for you. Shout out to StreamBeats for providing this wonderful, wonderful soundtrack you're hearing. We will take the potion. Pro tip right there. Now we're going to go to the stairs, and it's going to ask us a question. That's not what we need to worry about. All right, let's see here. Please stop mashing A and properly answer the incoming questions. Oh, in case you're wondering, this is a ROM hack, so we are playing on emulator, and I am using an 8-bit DOE SN30 Pro to play. All right, so we need to answer these questions. Do we want to set the randomizer option? This is fun. I've been playing a lot with the randomizer option in this. I've never gotten past Brock, so we're going to have some fun trying to do that. But one of the reasons I haven't gotten past Brock is the randomizer can be really brutal. Whether it's getting Pokemon that don't learn moves that are relevant for Brock, not getting anything that you can deal with before Brock. Like my last run, by the time I got to Brock, I had a Beautifly and a Ninetales, and I just got absolutely steamrolled. So you'll see we've got some options here, but we are not going to be turning on the randomizer. We do not want the abilities randomized. We do not want the learn sets randomized. So we'll come down here, we'll talk to Mom. Great. We know we gotta go see Professor Oak. And if you've done any Gen 1 playing, you know that we come up here. Professor Oak will come collect us, and we will get our starter. So, of course, one of the things we got to figure out is what we're going to do. What are we going to name our starter here? So we'll let him talk. We see our rival Mark here. Now, we obviously have the Gen 1 options here. Maybe not obvious. Maybe you're not familiar with this ROM hack. We have Bulbasaur. Oh, we have Squirtle. And we have Charmander. We are going to be going with Bulbasaur because we definitely need that help for both Brock and Misty. So let's go ahead and choose Bulbasaur. And we do want to nickname it. What should we name our Bulbasaur? Let's see. What's a good nickname for a Bulbasaur? How about, you know what? I'm gonna name it Nickel. I don't know why. I just like the name Nickel for our Bulbasaur. So this is Nickel, Big Nick in the house. Let's see if we can win our first fight here. Now, the rules of the Nuzlocke that I explained earlier do not start until we get Pokeballs. So we actually don't have to win this fight against Gary, but we want to. So in addition to the normal Nuzlocke rules that I went over earlier, we're not able to use items in boss battles. Anything that's considered a boss battle, gym leaders, etc. That's hard set by the game. Nothing we can do about that. And then additionally, while in most Nuzlocke variants, if you white out and you still have Pokemon in the PC, it's not considered a game over. We're going to consider any whiteout a game over after we get Pokeballs. So we'll go ahead and tackle this Charmander. This is not looking great. So he's doing about 4 to us. Our tackle seems to be doing quite a bit less to him. We'll go ahead and eat our berry. Now the nice thing is, because this game is designed kind of with competitive in mind, if you have an item that is used when you consume it, like you consume it, you don't get to use it again, like berries, those actually come back after you finish the fight. All right, so we get Charmander down. This Bulbasaur does not look like he is very physically offensive. That took, just even with the growls, that took a long time. So let's check out our Bulbasaur real quick. That's not where we look at it. Here we go. So you can see it's still got an item. And if we look at it, it will say that it has the Oran Berry. So it is grass and poison, just like we expect. It is calm-natured, which means it has a minus attack plus special defense. That's actually not bad. It's got an S tier speed rank too, which is pretty good. Because special attack is really what we want to use with Bulbasaur, right? We're not going to be using physical attacks. Not once we can get to some of the grass moves that we want to use. So Overgrow ups grass moves in a pinch. That's perfectly normal. And we're starting with Tackle and Growl. So just like in any of the other Gen 1 games, we need to go and get the package for the professor. This might give us an indication of what we could catch. So we could catch a Sentret. Now, again, the Sentret does not count as our encounter on this route because we don't have Pokeballs yet. We'll get Pokeballs when we bring the package back to the professor. Once we do that, our first encounter on this route is what we get. Poochyena would be pretty nice, I think. I mean, out of what I've seen so far, I would prefer a Poochyena over a Sentret. And a Bidoof. Let's go ahead and... Oh, Bidoof's got quick attack. That's not bad. Now, because we use that berry not in a trainer fight, we're not going to get that back at the end of the fight. And I'll show you guys. But we will get some more berries here. So if I go and look at Pokemon, now Nickel no longer has his berry. So the good news is that you can't like waste items on trainer fights in that way. But if you just get quick attack twice by something in the wild, you end up using that berry, and that berry is gonzo. Let's go into the mart. Hey, you came from Pallet Town? You know Professor Oak, right? As a matter of fact, I do. His order came in. Can I get you to take it to him? Sure. So we're going to run this back to Oak, and then the Nuzlocke starts in earnest here, everybody. So let's go ahead and run back to Pallet Town. Got one encounter on the way. Galarian Zigzagoon. That's one of the really cool things here. Now I haven't updated the layout yet. I'm going to do that after we get our first 3 encounters. Then I'll update, and hopefully that will give us a little bit. I don't want to update 4 times right into session. So as soon as we get our, as soon as we either capture or lose our first 3 encounters, then we'll update the overlay. All right, so we gave him the stuff. He's going to give us the Pokedex. He's also going to give us Pokeballs and some berries, which is fine. I wouldn't mind Galarian Zigzagoon now that I think of it. He would be good. I could take a Galarian Zigzagoon. All right, let's go ahead and get the town map, as every Gen 1er knows. Come in here, talk to Mark's sister. Great. All right. We'll come out here, and right before the grass, we're going to go ahead and save. Always want to save. This is a ROM hack. It can crash at any time. So having a save to fall back on if that crash happens, very, very important. So let's go ahead and see what our first encounter is going to be. Hey, Poochyena. Okay. All right. We can deal with that. Let's go ahead and tackle. We can tackle one more time. All right. At this point, I think we have to try and capture. Get in the Pokeball, please. There we go. We got the Poochyena in the Pokeball. We have successfully added the second member to our team. We would like to give a nickname to the Poochyena. We are going to name the Poochyena Jack, after my own dog. All right, Jack joins the squad. Let's take a look at him. So he's dark, he's jolly, which is really, really good for Poochyena. Attack's kind of low, but the jolly nature is really good. But he only has tackle. So we are going to have to be doing some grinding here. I want to give you guys that warning up front. That's one of the reasons I'm playing on double speed, is I just don't want anybody to have to sit through a grinding montage at normal speed. In fact, when we go to grind, we may even bring it up to 4 times speed. So I forgot to get something in the next town, which led to us having to do this run twice. So Nickel gets to 8. Really would like an offensive grass move. I know we have Leech Seep, but that's not exactly offensive. All right, we have Jack and Nickel with us. Let's go talk to the fisherman. All right, we have the old rod. Let's go ahead and assign that. There we go. Now we're going to run back one more time to Pallet Town, so we can use the old rod for an encounter there. Actually, you know what? I think, to be fair, I'm trying to think if we should count Bulbasaur as our encounter. I don't think we're going to count Bulbasaur as our encounter. I think the way that we're going to do it, the most fair way to do it from my point of view is by map name. And the lab has a different map name than Pallet Town. So it's 1 encounter per map name. I think that's the safest way to do it. Let's go and rest up with our mom, just in case. You can pull level 6 and 7 stuff out of the water here. So we want to be a little extra safe here. This is also one of the reasons you don't worry too much about Squirtle as a starter, because you can get a water Pokemon typically from here pretty quickly into the game. Come on. What do we got? Next encounter is a Tentacool. All right. I see you. Looking a little weak against... Ooh, that's gonna... Oh, right, we're poisoned. Okay, we're good. Try one more tackle. Yeah, we can't do anything else to it. So we're gonna try and capture it now. Looking a little weak to Psychic right now, but we have Poochyena's Dark. picking that up. So that actually helps out quite a bit. All right, Tentacool. We are going to name him Luke. Luke seems like a cool name. All right. Even though I guess I should name it something else because it is female. Let's see. Can I rename it from here? I can. Another wonderful feature in this. Let's call it Luciana. There we go. All right, we got Luciana, we got Nickel, and we got Jack. Let's go ahead and heal up with our mom. Now, again, this game, you don't want to play this game blind, and you'll see why as we really get into the tough trainers, the boss fight trainers. It's very, very difficult to play this game blind. I would say that it's functionally impossible. I hope that kills. That would have been real bad if it didn't. I would say it's functionally impossible to play this game blind. You would have so many runs where you just learn one thing, like, oh, that Pokemon has Sleep Talk. Oh, that Pokemon is carrying this item, right? You would just have so many runs that kind of work like that. We will heal up because I am extra safe. So when we talk about using documentation, the reason that we're using the documentation is really to understand what we're up against. This game plays a little bit differently than doing like a Nuzlocke through a vanilla game. You really want to consider this more like a test of how you use your tools. So it's not necessarily about knowing, or it's not about being surprised by what a gym leader has. It's knowing what a gym leader has and having to make the best use of what tools you have to try and take that gym leader down. All right, so this is our next encounter, which is our Route 22 encounter. Let's see what we get. A Skidoo. Okay. All right. Haven't really messed with Skidoo before. So we'll tackle Skidoo twice. Well, yeah, I don't think it can really do very much to me. Let's go ahead and try and catch the Skidoo. I really, really hope that we don't lose this encounter. This is the challenge. If we don't get that Skidoo in the ball, we're in trouble. Let's go ahead and Leech Seed. That rose its attack. Now it's got a much better attack. Let's growl. Let's bring its attack down a little bit. Here's the problem. I can't switch into anything else because they'll die to something from Skidoo. Let's see if we can outdo his growth, I guess. Now, because we're not in a trainer fight, we could actually use a potion here if we needed to. But this puts us in a really rough place. If he crits us, we could be done. All right. I think we have to use a potion here. And I think we have to just pray that this ball hits, right? Because there's nothing I can do. Luciana probably doesn't take a hit. Jack definitely doesn't. Luciana do anything to him? Luciana's adamant, which is nice. Poison Sting, Supersonic. Alright, I think we shift to Luciana and see if he can take a hit. If he can't, we have to go back to Nickel and take a ball. Alright. This is looking real bad. We're going to Poison Sting once. It's super effective and we lose it. Alright. I think we were going to lose that anyway. We would have had one ball to try and get that. Not super great. So let's go ahead and heal back up. So we want to do a little bit of grinding here. Let's just get the TGTV first. That's disappointing. You know what? I'm actually going to update the... after we do the TGTV, I'll update the overlay here. Oh, hey. All right. So he gives me the TGTV. Great. We're never going to use that. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, so that's our layout updated. So let's go ahead and see what we can do about getting these boys some levels. So I think what I'm going to do is actually hang out over here. And I think our first goal really is to get Bulbasaur to level 10. One of the things that I think is important to understand about the way the levels are set up is you can see right above me, our level cap is 15. So that means we will not have an Ivysaur before Brock. It's actually like technically feasible to do, but we're not going to try. It would take a lot of grinding to get an Ivysaur before Brock. We are going to do some kind of, I guess, heavy grinding here. So I'm actually going to leave the music playing, but I'm going to speed up the video from here. That way you guys don't have to sit through grinding in real time while I run back and forth here. So I'll see you on the other side of this fast forward. All right, so we're taking a break from grinding to move areas here. So we've had the scientist come down and he's recognized us. So he's going to give us a couple things here. So we get the Dex Nav. And he's updated our Pokedex and he's given us some Oran Berries. So we've actually already caught something on this route. Because if you look from Viridian City, this is Route 2. And if we go south of Viridian City, or is it west of Brenden City? Oh, maybe that is a new encounter for us. For some reason, I thought we didn't get an encounter there. Yeah, all right, we got an encounter there. So let's go ahead and get that encounter, actually. That could be something very nice. Mareep, okay. Tackle that Mareep. Parallel. Oh, come on! That's the way it goes. We crit, so we get no encounter here. That's fine. So, our next encounters can be Viridian Forest. Those kind of crits just can eat you alive. Because we've lost now 2 encounters. We should have 6 Pokemon going into Pewter City. But we are not going to have 6 Pokemon. We're going to have maybe 4. We'll talk to some people in here. Yep. Yes, we're going to Viridian Forest. So let's work on... Actually, you know what? Before we encounter anything, change my mind. I want to go back and get some more Pokeballs. I do not want to have only 1 Pokeball to try and catch our encounter with. We're only going to buy 5 because we're saving some money for something in the next town. All right, let's go up, then in. All right, Viridian Forest. Let's see what our encounter is. Spinnerack. Okay, I can work with a Spinnerack. Ball. all go? Hey, there we go. What do we call a female spider? How about Gwen? All right, so I'm gonna go back to doing some grinding here. Enjoy the little montage. And oh, before I do that, let's update with Gwen. And now I'm gonna do some grinding here. So let's go ahead and hit the fast forward button and enjoy the little montage. Sorry, I started my grinding a little too early there. So we're not going to go to the montage yet because we did not do our magic. So one more time for Gwen. And now to the grinding. All right, so Grindfest is over. So first thing that we're going to do is kind of just take a quick look and get everybody up to date on who we have. So Luciana, the Tentacool, Adamant Nature with Poison String, Supersonic, Water Gun, and Acid. Excuse me. We have Nickel the Bulbasaur, who is Calm Nature with Tackle, Growl, Leech Seed, and Vine Whip. We have Gwen the Spinnerack with Poison Sting, String Shot, Infestation, and Absorb. And finally we have Poochyena, who is Jolly with Tackle, Howl, and Bite. So the first thing we're going to be doing is a rival battle. And that rival battle is going to be our rival is going to have two Pokemon. One of them is going to be Charmander. I'm not quite sure who the first one is. So I think against anything in general, Jack is our best choice. Because if it's flying, it's super effective against both Gwen and Nickel. And Luciana basically shuts down Charmander, so I think we want to keep Jack in front to take care of that first Pokemon that our rival has. So let's go ahead and take a look at it now. So there's our rival. You are challenged by Rival Mark. All right, so he's sitting on a Starly. So I think Jack was the right call here because any of Starly's flying moves at level 9 would have been doing significant damage to either Nickel or Gwen. So let's see if we can take down this Starly. Looking pretty good so far. Wish we had Quick Attack. That would be a nice way to end it. It's not too bad. Now, we're not going to get the option to switch when the new Pokemon comes in. That's part of the rule set. So, I'm going to send in Charmander. I'm going to swap out to Luciana, predicting a Ember. Yep. Great. So now he should start to try and... My expectation is he's going to try and start scratching me. We're going to just go right to Water Gun, I think. I thought about trying to confuse him, but I think Water Gun's the play here. So that takes down our first rival. It looked like it was easy, but I promise you, if you're not prepared for that fight, it can be very difficult. All right, so rival fight 1 is done. Let's go ahead. We're going to heal up. And then we are going to get to, I guess, spoiler alert, the Brenden fight. So Brendan's going to have a Trico. And he's going to have, what else does Brenden have? A Corphish. So we do pretty well against that. We've got Nickel against the Corphish. And then we've got probably Spinarak against the Trico. But let's start fighting some trainers up here. Now our... oh, it would have been nice to have a Shinx. I saw all this cool stuff while I was training that I was like, oh man, I wish we had gotten that as our encounter. But, you know, it is what it is. We're going to have a lot of runs, so I'm sure we're going to have an opportunity to use everything here. So here's our first trainer battle. Nope, he just talks to me. All right, this should be a potion. After we run away from this Wurmple. I like to get all my grinding done kind of ahead of time, all in one block. Hey, Pikachu. Because that allows me to really focus on driving the stream with like story content. Oh, you can teach us Bug Bite. Okay, who should she teach it to? Let's teach it to Gwen. Yeah, we will. We'll take Bug Bite. So Bug Bite is power 60, and it eats a berry if one is being held. Let's get rid of Infestation. I think that was an upgrade over. I can't remember what binding move Spinarak had before, but it was an upgrade. But it's not one that I want to actually use, so that's fine. Speaking actually of some Oran berries, let's go ahead and give an Oran berry to everybody. All right, everybody's got an Oran berry now. We're going to be going north here. And here's the Brenden fight. What's really important here is we'll get the experience share. So that'll be huge. All right, so he should lead with Corphish. He does. Is Corphish already dark? He is not. So let's go ahead and bite the Corphish. You should be able to eat that bubble up. No problem. I think we can bite through Trico as well. I don't think there's any reason to bring anybody else into danger here. Oh yeah, we bite through Trico. Yeah, okay. So Brenden Fall's easy. I promise you guys. It's not as easy as it looks. Wait till we fight some of the gym leaders here. All right, so H, huh? All right, experience share and the stat scanner. Awesome. Let's go ahead and hit a couple more trainers. Now we've got the experience share, which is super valuable because that will cut down on grinding time in the future. Get him out of here with one bite. Get him out of here with one bite. Bite is so good. Bite is so good. All right, let's go to pick this up. It is a potion. There's a trainer right here. Kakuna, we're not too worried about that. I don't know why I tackled instead of biting. That's okay. It would have hardened anyway. It would have been nice to have the extra damage from bite there. But I think he's in tackle range now, so there we go. I think we're going to see a Metapod now. Nope, Spinarak. We can bite that boy. Don't get poisoned. Great tackle. Awesome, awesome, awesome. There's an antidote coming up that I know about from a previous playthrough. Again, I've never gotten past Brock, so I know this beginning area pretty well. Anything past Brock, we're going to be lost here. Here's the antidote. All right. I don't think there was anything over here I had to worry about. There's like one trainer, right? Yeah. All right. Let's see what Bug Catcher Anthony has. A Cascoon. Oh, we will bite through that. Got a Harden. Considering how much bite did, I think we're in tackle range. Well, doesn't matter. We got a crit. We go to 13. We learned Odor Sleuth, which is useless. Gwen goes to 11. Luciana goes to 11. Surskit comes out. We will bite. Surskit goes down. And that is a Bug Catcher Anthony. Now we are fighting all of the trainers for a very specific reason, which you will see very soon. We found a Pokeball. Oh, we will fight this trainer. I think he has some evolved Pokemon. Maybe not. All right, Nincada. Let's bite. Surprise, surprise. And then to do something different for Spupa, let's bite. Protecting itself. Be ashamed of itself. All right. It's probably going to protect again, so I'm going to tackle. Of course. Of course. Let's keep tackling because I don't want to waste bites on protects. There we go. Nice big chunk of experience. And a Metapod. We will bite that guy 2 times. Actually, we can probably tackle now because he flinched. There we go. Excellent, excellent. And we got a couple more trainers here to deal with. We're not going to worry about anything in the grass right now. We are going to have to do a little bit more grinding. Not much because we already put in a lot of work. But we do have to be 15 before we fight the 2 gym leaders in the next town. That's right, I said 2. So again, if you're not familiar with the ROM hack, you will find out who those 2 gym leaders are. Probably in the next episode. I think we're going to get to the next town and I'll show you why I wanted all of this wonderful money. Poison powder, oh, we will definitely take that. Let's take that over Growl. Poison powder, sleep powder. Yeah, I'm going to take sleep powder just because I know that stun is coming. I just want to make sure, you know, like, oh yeah, see? Good thing I didn't just go for it. Okay. So let's go ahead and now if this is Route 2 that we merge onto, then we don't get anything special. We can't catch anything new if this is Route 2. This is Route 2, so we do not get an encounter here. Welcome to Pewter City. So we have 2 gym leaders to fight in this city. What we're going to do is we are going to first save our game. Saving, don't turn off the power. It takes so long to save these generation games, even when they're being emulated. Let's go talk to an old man. Oh, I don't have enough money. Where do I not have enough money from? I don't know. Let's try and sell some stuff. We want to get 5,000 Poke. Get 5,000 Poke. We can buy an egg from him. That egg can be anything. So if we sell all 3, we get 111. Sell the antidote, that's 25. I don't think I have anything else I can sell. Pokeballs? Don't really want to sell Pokeballs. All right, you know what? We're gonna sell Pokeballs because we don't have an encounter anytime soon. And I'm gonna sell. How many potions do I need to sell? Just 1. All right. So we got 5,013. This is gonna bite me in the butt. I'm not gonna have enough money for Pokeballs, but this is a guaranteed Pokemon, right? Like that's the way we gotta look at this. Is because we're getting the egg, you don't have to catch it. So we basically traded 6 Pokeballs for whatever this egg is, and this egg is randomized, so it can be, as far as I know, anything. So now that we have the egg, let's go ahead and save. We're going to do some quick grinding to get everybody to 15. And maybe the egg will hatch by then. And if it does, I will let you know how that turns out. You'll be able to see on screen when it hatches. We'll slow down if the egg starts to hatch, but I don't think that's going to be the case. All right, so, well, we didn't grind everybody up to 15. I think I'm going to call this here. The reason is I want to hatch this egg, and there's a couple things we have to be careful of. The first is we have to hatch the egg in Pewter City, because it's going to be our Pewter City encounter. So we can see that's still going to take some time to hatch. Once it hatches, we're also going to want to grind it. So I don't want to grind everybody up, then hatch the egg, then have to grind again. So I'm going to call this episode here, but when we pick up next episode, we're going to find out exactly what's in this egg. So I hope you'll join me. And again, I'm going to throw my Twitch information up on screen. I'm live every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Drop on by, and definitely if you like the video, hit that like button, subscribe, make sure you're notified about all my upcoming videos. We want to make this a great experience for you. So hopefully you enjoy this, and we're going to start to pick up some really tough fights starting next episode. Thanks, everybody.